So this package right here is actually a bag of fingerboard related things from my good friend Patrick, or Rice FB, and if I can find it, yeah, here we are. So this little baggie right here has 3 hangers of the UAG V1s. I'll just hold those up real quick. There you go. But yeah, so we have the UAG V2 hangers right here, and we have the UAG V1 hangers in this bag, and I'm gonna show you their biggest problem and kind of the only problem. This started happening to everyone that bought these, and it's like something you can't overlook at all. But if you take a look here, you can see that the actual axle itself on both these hangers is entirely broken, like it's snapped off. There's no axle to even put a wheel on it, it's just done like that. And yeah, you can see on the other side there is an axle, and then on this side there isn't. Same with this one, they had the opposite treatment. One broke on the left, one broke on the right. But yeah, it's like you'd be doing any like basic trick, it doesn't even matter what you were trying to do, you would just land a trick and the wheel would literally just snap off with the axle. This one still has a wheel on it, but yeah, you can see this one's also broken on the left. These, I don't know exactly which ones were the original ones, but we'll just say it's these. Yeah, so one broke, then Patrick messaged the company and told them what happened. They said, yeah, it's been happening with a lot of people. We'll try and send you a new one. So they sent them out a new hanger, and he replaced one of them with this one, and then they all ended up breaking at some point anyway, and they're kind of all useless at this point. So hopefully UAG can reimburse him at some point. But yeah, so these are the V2 hangers that I got from 6 Gates, and yeah, I'm gonna take one of these off so we can do a closer look at it and compare if anything's really changed. But yeah, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing a quick unboxing of the UAG hangers. It's not the base plates, the UAG V2 hangers put onto the new square China base plates that are actually pretty nice. And yeah, that's basically about it. They're 33.3 millimeters long. The little package they come in. I'm not sure if this is a 6 Gates packaging or if this is UAG, but it's just like metallic or reflective, whatever you want to call it. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, I'm just gonna get right into applying these to a board, and I'm gonna get to the review on how they feel and perform. Of course. Alright, so I have the 2 UAG hangers on the China base plates now, and I've replaced the bushings. I was originally going to use these from this setup, but they're a bit too small, and it's more of like a circular shaped bushing over here. It's definitely bigger, so I just didn't bother with that. But these are the bushings that they initially came with. The color coding doesn't make any sense here. I'm sure the bushings are like okay, but just went with dynamic bushings that I had from the set that I bought, the dynamic specials that I got at Christmas time. And yeah, I just used the bushings from those, so should be pretty nice. And yeah, I'm just gonna put these on the setup and let's go. Alright, so after a while of setting this up, I actually have it fully completed now. Have the UAG trucks with the base plates on, have reapplied the wheels, put new grip on the deck as well, and I'm gonna give it some tests, but just from this, pretty responsive. As I said, I replaced it with the bushings and stuff, but
The one thing I have to say is this isn't UAG's fault because these base plates are just from China, but they weren't threaded, so I had to put screws through them first and then put them through the deck because it was really tough to get them in at first, and I had to use a screwdriver. Like, no regular fingerboard tool is just gonna work. But yeah, one thing I can say is I like the height of these, and I think it's pretty nice. Like, it's not too high, but it's also like pretty good. And then on top of that, the weight of the trucks is actually very nice, and it's partially why I put them on here, because I remember my friend had UAGs, but they broke because it was the original versions and not the V2 base plates or V2 hangers like these, and they were really heavy. That was one thing we liked about them a lot. So yeah, this added some nice weight to this setup, so I'm enjoying that.
Alright guys, so here's some footage of it, or both of the hangers, just in some sunlight here. But I just spent multiple minutes kind of looking at these and turning them in all different directions, and I am pretty certain that this is the same mold. I don't think they've really changed anything about the actual hanger itself in terms of like its shapes and angles and things. The design basically looks identical, and there essentially is no change in design. I even took off the pivot cup just to check, and yeah, they basically look the exact same as the V1, but the functionality, the important part, has been improved, i.e. the axle's been reinforced so your wheels don't snap off anymore and your trucks become useless and you waste $70 really quickly. I typically, like, when I get new trucks, I try not to press down when I grind on stuff, like, super hard, but, you know, I gave these a pretty good test. Like, I was putting them up against some rough obstacles, like granite, marble, and stuff like that, and, you know, giving it a good push just to see how the metal wore down. And it really does take some time and effort to get them to start showing the copper side. I mean, most people don't even really want the copper to happen, or the copper color to happen, but it's kind of unavoidable with chrome, because it's something to do with like the temperature or the force of it hitting something that's really textured, and like over and over again, just kind of that impact makes the metal start changing color. But yeah, in terms of durability, I think they're the same. I think it's good that the coating takes a long time to start kind of wearing down because they stay chrome for a lot longer. And the actual feel of the grind it's pretty nice. I like this. My terminology isn't good, but the way the metal kind of goes like angled right in these two spots here, like you can see like right there and right there, the way it kind of comes up in like a triangle here, that makes it so much easier to do like feeble and smith, and you can really feel the metal, like, because it's kind of that curve right in here, this little divot. When you get into that divot with like a rail or something, or anything at all, it just feels like it's really hugging the grind. Like for feebles and smiths, as I said, it just makes it so much easier.